All right, this is the MSR Freelite 2 2022 version. This is the new one. This is the caramel colored rainfly, and you can see the weight at 2.5, and then we go up to 2.12 when you add that ground cover, which is the regular size, and that is going to be purchased separately for just under $100, I believe. No, just under $50. So it's really not that expensive. Comes with really nice uh, tint stakes. Look at those things. I like them a lot. They go in real easy, real strong. Nice bag, very nice texture to it. And then the ground cloth actually has a bag integrated, which, okay, I'm going to stuff everything in the sack at the end and keep my poles separate. And everything does fit in that bag that is provided. So a pretty good setup. So all your soft materials will fit in that bag at the end, and you can just stuff them in there. You don't have to fold it. These DAC poles, really easy to assemble. And like I said, this is semi-freestanding, and this is one way they save weight, and you're only going to have one end go in. That's going to be your footwell end. And there it goes. It's just going to go right on into that tent little holder there. You're going to put up the other side. Look how easy this is. You are up. It is easier than setting up the four ways. Notice it's standing completely by itself. I think at one point I actually kind of pick it up and adjust it. This thing will stand by itself. But to expand that footwell, you will need to put in those tent stakes, either with rocks, tied to rocks, or staked to the ground. That center pole is separate. It is not attached, so you need to make sure you don't lose that, which I actually did. I left it out on cleanup, so it is easy to misplace. So that's not made up. That's a concern that is a real one. So check this out. The wind blows, and so does your tent, so we need to stake that down. And I use a separate stake for that toe end, just so I could make it look a little bit nicer. But this is the first time I've set this up, so it will look better probably on trail and the second time I set it up. The ground cloth I also set up for the first time here and adjusted those guide wires or guidelines, excuse me, so they will match up the next time I go to set up the tent, making it much easier. And you can see me messing with that toe in for the first time. That's the only thing you're really going to mess with, I tell you honest. Everything else really goes into place easy. And I did that wrong. So here we go. We're going to put it on top. We are going to clip it in place with the plastic clips. And then we're going to use those metal grommets on the ends. And those are tight. Don't be afraid. You're not going to break anything. But it is a tight fit. Here's that caramel colored rain cover. Really nice coloring, and it makes it really dark inside. When wet, it sags a little bit, I found, with the morning dew. But once that sun hits that thing, it tightens up real nice, and you guys will see that portion later on in the video. And that opening in the back there, that's a little weight saving. And also improved ventilation. Has really good ventilation in there. Kind of looks like the Nemo, I believe. And everything just, really goes together really nice. And if I could ask you guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos like this. I am a dad. I have a wife and a daughter, and we go camping together. This will be their tent. I have an older tent that I utilize. Now, when I go with my best friend, which I do a lot, or solo, I will be using this Cadillac. Now, I could have guidelined this out a little bit more, and maybe secured more of those Velcro supports. But this is just the quick setup. how should we say, semi-quick setup, and it worked out great. That zipper also opens up from the top too for ventilation if you want to open that up at night. So this is the next morning, and let's check out this tent. Look at the inside. It's got some really nice, very sturdy overhead pockets and side pockets. Both can support a lot of weight, probably well over 5 pounds. And then you have your pad. That pad's a large pad. It's like 76 inches long, or it's like 75 inches long, but only about 24 inches wide. And you can see how much room that takes. So 2 regular pads might be rubbing a little bit. You are not going to fit 2 25-inch pads in there and not have them rub. But it's an equal end tent. Really convenient. I like that. And look at these doors. So I'm actually laying down on the left side and looking up. Now both those doors open, but look how wide that door opens. So you can almost look straight up at the sky, making it getting in and out very easy. So I can get out of my side, or you can get out of your side without waking me up. So it's not like a lot of these tents where you have to get up on your knees and turn your butt in the direction of your partner and possibly bump them in the middle of the night. You just need to sit up and put your feet out and put your shoes on and stand up, and you're out of that tent. Very convenient. Really high quality. Really impressed. No loose strings. Quality, quality, quality. Now take a look at this. So let's say you had to do something in this position, maybe with baby wipes or whatever. You've been on the trail for 3 days. Very easy to get into this position. You have lots of privacy in there. Sitting down, you have plenty of room. Your head's not hitting. You're not going to have 2 people doing this, but 1 person can probably change at a time, having plenty of room to wiggle their legs and maybe stand up semi-crouching so you can actually get up off your knees. That's a little pollen. So pollen does kind of stick to that shiny exterior. And on the left-hand side there, you can see that guideline spot right there. Okay, you also have one on the toe end. I will be guidelining that out in the future. That would improve all kinds of things. Just make the tent look better. It'd perform better in rain, and it would also improve ventilation. Your logos are on the toe end. And lessons learned, the second time it's just going to look better and it's going to go up quicker. I really don't have any complaints. Everything's really well thought out. I'm very happy with it. And that will be guidelined out, which will be easy. Just a little. I will actually probably attach some guideline to that and just have that just be a standard spot that I put in the ground. Digging it. Look at all that ventilation. Now that's my pillow against there. I actually put that against there and I wanted to see how much condensation ended up on my pillow. Not much. More condensation on the outside of the tent. Nothing was on the pillow itself though on the inside. So it held. But I probably wouldn't, on a single wall tent, I'm not going to be leaning up against the exterior. It's going to promote, or, if it was raining or something like that, it could be an issue. Now, look at this. Here I am one-handed. Now, I guideline that out. Well, actually, I staked that too tight. And by doing that, I made it where my zipper was not performing right. So you need to... And then I got caught. Check that out. And I'm pretty rough with my stuff. We're going to see if we can clear that. I'm testing her out. I'm going to put down my camera. And we're going to see how easy that is to clear. Which it was. That rain gutter is very thick material. So I'm still going to do it one-handed because I got something in my hand and I don't want to use two hands. Not a problem. Okay, so in the future, I will allow a little bit more slack in those stakes. But I recommend the tent. So far, I like it. Real world experience, not much. But compared to my other backpacking tent, wow, I'm impressed. And you can see all the improvements with a tent that's 10 years younger than what I'm currently using. So, and one day I might do a video on my Coleman Cobra backpacking tent from Japan. It's a classic. So subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this. So in summary, 3 pros: the weight, the value, the easy setup with the equal ends is a great feature. The cons: semi-freestanding, no awning or hangout area like some of the tents have, and then the center pole being detachable. I see that being possibly, that's going to be an issue for someone at some point in their backpacking career. So I wish that was attached to the tent. But great tent overall, and I think it's just a fantastic tent for one person, and for maybe 2 smaller people, a great option also.